Hello and welcome to the BIG Festoon 2026. We are here, YVT on the road at the AO Arena. Can you believe it? Dani had a dream when she started the BIG Festoon, and from a room of 15 people has grown it to an arena. I am so excited because this time we are coming with intention and we have got real stories to find out who these people are, what they do, and they're going to get loud because closed mouths don't get fed. Let's go get loud with YVT on the road. Hello and welcome to YVT on the road here at the BIG Festoon AO Arena 2026. I'm joined by the mother-in-law, Jenny Gordon, who's going to be telling us all about the Teapot Sessions. She's going to spill the tea. Hello.
Drink the tea.
Drink the tea, spill the tea, tell us the tea. So what is the Teapot Sessions, Jenny?
The Teapot Sessions are the name that I give my coaching sessions, so they can, rather like afternoon tea, you can have it one-to-one, you can have it in a group setting, so it's a way of bringing coaching, making it more accessible and inviting, but also we can do posh VIP afternoon tea, if you like.
I love this, the different levels of tea. I love, love, love this. And what are these sessions designed to do?
So, my grandmother, my lovely grandma, always used to say that nothing can't be solved. Is that a double negative? Nothing, everything can be solved.
There we go.
That's better,
We'll go with
it?
that one.
Everything can be solved with a cup of tea, and what she meant by that was that you take time, don't you? It takes time. So you put the kettle on, you bring yourself down, you focus, you give yourself some time, and then you sit around the table, and there's no hierarchy around that table. It's just people having conversations. And so the Teapot Sessions are designed to have conversations where perhaps people have been avoiding them, or they've found themselves entrenched in a position where they're stuck and they don't know how to get out of it. So we can do some rehearsing of conversations to get them unstuck.
I love this. And who are the people that are coming to sit down for the tea?
Anybody, the sessions are open to anybody who is either navigating that in-law relationship, which can be tricky, or people who are in the middle of it or about to. Can I say that again? So they're either about to enter into that navigation stage, or they're in the middle of it. So either or.
And this is about recognising that relationships change and move forward and evolve and get bigger as well. Like you end up with the in-laws and things like that, and how to make life as best as it can be, because actually we all kind of get a bit afraid of the mother-in-law. I'm not afraid of mine, I love her, I promise. And you know, and there's those moments, I'm a mother of sons and I'm like, well, what person's going to come in and take my son from me? Like, who's that? That's where you say, like, it's about taking a breath. Are they taking them away from you, or are you gaining someone? What is this relationship going to now look like moving forward?
And I think it's often what I call an accidental relationship, in the sense that when you meet your the love of your life, your other half, your intended, whatever we want to call them, and you fall in love with them, you're not actually, the thing that's not top of your agenda is what are my in-laws going to be like. They're way down. So it's often an accidental relationship, and so meeting the parents is either a big thing or it's not a big thing. And every family and every generation has its own traditions, doesn't it? Its own traditions. And so for you, those traditions are completely normal. Whether it's, I don't know, we always have a Sunday roast at 1:00 and it's a full roast dinner with Yorkshire puddings, with everything. Or it might be something completely different. But for you, that's normal. And when you combine families, all of a sudden you realise that there are lots of other people whose normal is very different to yours.
Yeah.
So it's about negotiating and having those conversations, and often we don't think about it, we just assume. There's lots of unspoken assumptions that, how we do it is the way, so that somebody coming into your family will adopt your customs and your traditions, and actually they might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, I quite like mine.
Yeah, it becomes the I'm right, you're wrong argument, and actually they're just traditions you've created. They can be evolved, developed.
You can make new ones.
Yeah.
And often we get very entrenched, don't we, in that the need to be right. So it's a really good question to ask yourself, do I really want to have a conversation over a cup of tea, or other beverages are available, but do you want to have that conversation, or is it much more about, I need to prove my point? I need to show that I'm right because I am the oldest, the whatever it is, the most senior in the family. There are so many roles, aren't there? So I think having that conversation about what assumptions am I making? Do I need to be right? Am I really listening to understand the other person's perspective and really listening, or am I just waiting for a space in the conversation so that I can say, no, you're wrong, I'm right?
Yeah. Yeah, hearing and listening are two very different things, aren't they? It's like, I've heard you, I'm not listening to you. That's very different. So is this an on-person? Is this an online thing, an in-person, either? Like, what's the setup?
Yeah, so we have clarity. I love a
Clarity.
pun. Clarity sessions. So there are all sorts of teas, and I talk a lot about brew, don't stew. So it's a good strapline, that, isn't it? Brew, don't stew. If you're we can overthink things, can't we? Overthink.
Maybe a little bit.
Make mountains out of molehills, and the more you overthink, the more you talk to yourself about it, the bigger the problem grows. Then you get resentment, and then you get cross, and then you get all of those things, and then you get entrenched in your position. So that's the stewing, whereas actually the brewing is about taking what you know. And getting it out there, having a conversation. So that can be done online, it can be done in person, it can be done on a regular basis, it can be done as a one-off, it can be done as a family. So there are so many combinations that we can do to suit, because everybody's situation's different, isn't it? They're all different.
Absolutely. And what are the results you're seeing of people coming through the sessions?
I think one of the main ones is that kind of aha moment. It's like, I hadn't realised that I was making assumptions, because of course the thing about assuming is that we think we know. And so taking that time in a situation, and sometimes if you've had tricky times, conversations that you're dreading, that you think are going to be difficult, then actually what happens is that you clam up. So when it's a curated conversation with somebody who is impartial, who has no skin in the game, it's not about me, then actually my job as the coach is to ask really good questions to help people understand what's going on, and to unpick those assumptions, because sometimes we don't realise that we're assuming until somebody asks us the questions about, so tell me, why does it have to be every Sunday at 1:00? Well, it's because we've always done it that way, and if you were to change the way you did it, then what would happen? Would the sky fall in?
Yeah.
Well, no problem. So it's an opportunity. So what people are saying is, it gives them an opportunity to kind of unpick the knots, unpick the mess, and there's that kind of sense of relief. It's like, it isn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's just the space to talk, and be honest and open and kind and clear, and have the opportunity and the space to say what you want to say, what you really want to say.
And presumably as well, like actually when you begin to open yourself up and see things in maybe a different light and different perspectives on it, you can actually end up enjoying the traditions that someone else is bringing in as well. Like it can be quite like, actually now we're just adding traditions rather than changing or evolve, like that side of things.
And sometimes it's about negotiating new traditions, and often, particularly when we're seeing, combination of different cultures, different religions, all sorts of things. So people are learning, and often I think anger and resentment are often based in fear of the unknown, the what if. What if, you said earlier, what if somebody comes in and takes my son away from me? And that's although we're smiling, that's kind of it's a hard thing.
I've got some work to do, I know. I'm coming for tea, Jenny, I'm coming for tea.
It's a hard thing, isn't it? Because you've been the most important person in your son or daughter's life, and often sons are more difficult, I think, because the wisdom is that your daughter's your daughter all of your life, your son's your son till he gets him a wife, that old tradition, and actually again it's down to that assumption, isn't it, that that sons are going to migrate to, whereas of course in other cultures the women were always the ones that had to go to their husband's home and family and make a new life. They came with a dowry, didn't they? And off you went.
Who's been watching Bridgerton?
My dad swapped me for a Swiss Army penknife. There you go.
My dad gave me away. Hurry up.
Off you go.
Yeah.
You've been here long enough.
I'll pick this one.
So I think but all of those things are really important, and we don't often talk about them, and they're accidental. So when you're intentional about. I had a very challenging relationship with my mother-in-law, and I, as a young 22-year-old, I didn't have the self-awareness and the tools at my disposal to be able to navigate that relationship in the way that would have been, I think, better for both of us. So what I want to do now, having 25 years, well actually it's longer than that, it's 30,
we'll go with 25, I wouldn't have thought that long.
A lot of years later, I'm in the position where I can get, actually, if I had known then what I know now, it would have saved a lot of grief, a lot of heartache, a lot of frustration, a lot of misunderstandings, and a lot of all sorts of stuff. So actually, if I can help people, give young people the tools that they need to navigate that relationship, but also give mother-in-laws, people who are about to be, people who are in the thick of it, actually to give them some of the tools that have helped me. I am a mother-in-law. I have 3 grown-up sons and I have 3 fabulous daughters-in-law. Each of my sons is very different. Each of their wives, of course, are very different. So I feel that I now have 6 offspring, and I feel incredibly blessed. But my relationship, my relationship with each of them is different because they are different people. They have different relationships with their spouses, and as such, my job is made easy when I'm intentional about managing that relationship, and as a result of that, it was them that christened me the mother-in-lawsome. So I think that's quite
it's a credit to you. It's a crown to wear with pride.
It is.
Yes.
And so if I can share that, I know I've been on both sides of the coin, so I know how it feels and the impact of an in-law relationship that is challenging, and I also know that what it feels like when it's the opposite. So I think I'm in a good position to have that. So that's why the tea sessions.
You have the expertism to showcase and share with people, and that's why you have created the Mother-in-Lawsome. So ultimately, if you are or wanting to become an awesome in-law, then you need Jenny in your life. Go and have a look. If you're about to navigate and step into this world of in-laws, and you're about to have those relationships opened up and evolved and grown, then go and check out Jenny. We're going to put all our links and our details in the show notes below. Check it out. Check her out. She's phenomenal. She's so lovely. Jenny, it's been a privilege.
Thank you.
The Big Festoon is at the AO Arena.
What an absolute step up. This is incredible.
I'm feeling energised. Ask me that in 2 days' time.
Just had our rehearsals on stage. It was sick. Yeah.
How are you feeling, Dani?
Just
myself. I'm so excited. Tonight is the VIP drinks reception. We're going to be having some great conversations, but honestly, I can't believe we're here. I am so excited for the next 2 days.
We're going to hold your heart, we're going to make hope in your eyes, and you're going to have the most fantastic time.
I can't even put it in words how excited I am.
It's going to be fun, it's going to be high energy, it's going to be really informative, you're going to learn some incredible things.
How far we've come since we were in Bolton Stadium only last year.
Can't even describe being on stage in front of that amount of people.
I am taking so much away from this incredible event.
What's been so amazing so far is the energy of everyone here. They love being here. They want to connect with people. And of course, the amazing Dani, Mother Wallace.
We've just upgraded, haven't we? We've upgraded.
Day one is done, but guess what's to come? Bedlam Bingo!
Big Festoon Bingo, how are we doing tonight? It wasn't me, all the sixes, all the threes, number 33! Dinosaur! Do you know what? I'm interested in the calling question.
Love you, Rory!
Big Festoon is different to any other event, let alone business event. The heart is people with heart wanting to show up as themselves, wanting each other to show up as themselves, all running businesses, running projects, leading teams, and we want to bring our best selves to that.
Such a lovely feeling to always come back here year after year.
A lot of emotions released.
Lots and lots of love in the room, and I feel really motivated and inspired to just go and share the love even more.
Phase one. We're coming back in March next year. I will see you then.